Tonight's story will break your heart. Maybe you won't even believe it, that a brilliant, innocent boy, an only son of an immigrant family, was killed just because his skin was different. Welcome to Life in Frames. This is the story of a family that had been living in Boston, USA for over 50 years. Michael and Michelle, a God-fearing, church-going couple, loved by their neighbors, always smiling, always helping. Every Christmas and Easter, they would send food to the entire neighborhood. Michael worked as a store manager. Michelle was a teacher. They had 3 children, 2 daughters and a son. Their son's name was Henry. Henry was everything parents could pray for: intelligent, kind, hardworking. He always topped his class. Teachers adored him. But Henry carried a dream far bigger than himself. When Henry was young, his grandfather had passed away from a heart condition. The family couldn't afford treatment at the time. That loss carved a permanent mark in Henry's heart. From that day, he swore he would become a heart surgeon. He wanted to save lives for free, so no one else would lose a loved one because of money. But Henry's school life was far from easy. 2 boys in his class constantly bullied him. They mocked him, called him Blackie and slave. They pushed him, stole his books, hid his bag, made his walk to and from school a nightmare. One day, Henry gathered the courage to complain to his teacher. But instead of help, the teacher whispered, "Henry, let this go. Those boys belong to powerful families. If you fight them, they'll never leave you in peace." Henry was shocked. The system that was supposed to protect him chose silence. Time passed. Henry reached 8th grade. It was Christmas season. The same bullies invited him to their Christmas party. At first, Henry refused. He knew better. But when the entire class insisted, he thought, maybe things have changed. Maybe this time it will be different. He was wrong. At the party, everything looked normal. Kids laughing, music playing, gifts being exchanged. Until those boys asked Henry to follow them upstairs. Inside a room, the door slammed shut. A few older boys, their college friends, were waiting. They surrounded Henry, and then began the cruelty. They pushed him to the ground. They slapped him, called him black, slave, worthless. They electrocuted him with live wires. Henry screamed, begged them to stop. His cries echoed in the room, but downstairs loud music drowned everything. Henry never came back down. When the party ended, his classmates asked, "Where's Henry?" The boys shrugged. "Oh, he left early." But Henry didn't come home. That night, Michael and Michelle searched everywhere. They called friends, checked the school, knocked on neighbors' doors. Police were informed. Days passed. Weeks passed. A month went by. No trace of Henry. And then, one winter morning, his body was found. Dumped outside the very house where the party had taken place. Wrapped in plastic. Lifeless. There were no immediate clues around the body. It was the rainy season, and whatever evidence might have been there was washed away. While Henry's parents drowned in grief, the boys continued to live freely, laughing, partying, destroying someone else's life without a second thought. Police spent nearly 2 months investigating. They interviewed everyone who had been at the party. Strangely, no one had seen Henry leave. Only one boy recalled that the last time he saw Henry, he was going upstairs with the same 2 classmates who had bullied him for years. That tip changed everything. Police searched their house, and in one of the bedrooms, under the bed, they discovered faint bloodstains. Samples were taken, tests were run, and soon the truth was undeniable. The blood matched Henry's DNA. The boys were arrested. For a brief moment, Michael and Michelle thought justice would finally be served. But soon, hope was crushed. Because the boys were under 18, the law went soft on them. And their wealthy fathers paid money under the table. The police accepted the deal. The case quietly faded away. Henry was gone, and his killers walked free. Imagine the pain of Michael and Michelle. Their son's dreams buried in the ground, while those who killed him slept peacefully in their warm homes. Henry's story is not just about one boy. It is about every child who suffers in silence, about every parent who fears sending their child to school because of the color of their skin, their accent, their faith. Racism is not just words. It destroys dreams. It kills futures. It shatters families. Henry wanted to heal broken hearts, but the world broke his. And tonight, as you hear his story, ask yourself, if you ever see injustice, will you stay silent like that teacher? Or will you speak for Henry and for every child like him, because silence and corruption can kill? This was Life in Frames. True stories the world must never forget. Subscribe so you never miss the next one.